In this video, we're going to go over the top 5 body baits for trolling walleye out here on Lake St. Clair.
One of the best to ever do it.
So in this top 5 video, I actually tapped a buddy of mine, Rob Hoover, for this list. I reached out to him because, well, I fish on a Ranger bass boat. I did grow up fishing Lake Erie for walleye, so I'm not dumb to it. But it's just not something that I'm into at the moment. And I wanted to hear from somebody that is honestly probably one of the best sticks out here on St. Clair trolling for walleye, what his personal top 5 favorite lures are, so I can pass it along to you. So let's dive right into his list. So if you're new to the channel, be sure to click down below, hit that red subscribe button, and ding the notification bell. You'll be notified every time I post a product review, a fishing report, take you out fishing, or maybe highlight something going on here in the area dealing with our fisheries here in Southeast Michigan and also across Michigan as a whole. Now this list I don't think has a very particular order. Maybe he did give them to me in order. But either way, we're just going to assume there's not an order here because I can't speak for him in that regard. But he sent me a list here, and I want to go over it with you and share with you his personal top 5 picks for walleye trolling baits out here on Lake St. Clair. So let's dive right into it with number 1. One more thing before I get into this list of trolling baits from Rob Hoover. If you want to hear him talk about trolling walleye out here on Lake St. Clair, I'm going to leave a link right above me here to a seminar that he did a few years back. He literally gives you GPS of general areas to go out and fish out here on Lake St. Clair. So great information in that video. And if you haven't seen it yet, it's going to be linked up above me there and also down in the description. So number 1 on his list that he sent me was the flicker shad. The flicker shad comes in an absolute ton of colors and 3 sizes, the 5, the 7, and the 9, with primarily the 5 and the 7 getting a lot of the activity out here on Lake St. Clair. I know that from my time over at Sportsman's Direct when I was the buyer there. We seem to reorder those 2 sizes a ton, with the number 7s being the more popular size, that middle size. The flicker shad is a fairly inexpensive bait. You can pick it up for under $5. You can get custom colored ones from JT Customs, Domka, and I think Warrior Lures also offers custom colors now in that. Just a really good staple shad style bait, and it is a deep diver. So that is number 1 on his list. Number 2 on the list that he sent me is the flicker minnow. Okay, the flicker minnow is a fairly new bait to a lot of people in the grand schemes of trolling. Probably been around for what, 5 years now. Flicker minnow comes in a lot of different colors, fairly inexpensive. It's like a $5-6 bait. A lot of good colors. There's custom colors available from JT, Domka, Warrior. I'm sure there's a bunch of other guys out there that are painting custom colors as well in it. The flicker minnow has a nice wobble to it. But one thing I have been taught over the years from these walleye guys are different minnow baits have different wobbles and they seem to shine at different times of the year. So make sure you do experiment with all of your minnow baits when you're out there. Number 3 on his list is a fairly new offering from Rapala. That is the Rapala Jointed Deep Down Husky Jerk. In the last 2 years, that has gotten really popular with guys. They tend to run this more in the summertime, if memory serves me right, and into the fall. But it can be a very good bait whenever you are out here trolling. It's got that husky jerk kind of wobble with that nice tail kick, so it has a little more activity going on when you're jigging that. Runs very similar to the husky jerk as well. Again, a lot of guys custom paint this. They don't have a ton of colors in it, but all the colors that they do offer in the stock catalog are fish slayers. Number 4 on this list definitely has a heavy influence from the last few years on Lake Erie and Saginaw Bay with the anglers here on Lake St. Clair. And that is the Bandit Walleye Deep. Absolutely great bait. Generally runs fairly good right out of the packaging, similar to what the Rapalas and the Frenzies tend to do. Comes in, I want to say like 50 colors now, 30 colors. I don't know, a lot of colors, stock colors. And then there is oodles and oodles of custom painted ones out there that you can get at any of the local stores. They all seem to carry Bandits in custom colors. Number 5 on his list is the Deep Down Husky Jerk number 12. The number 12 size is probably the most popular size. If you kind of look at a lot of the minnow baits that these guys are running for walleye, it's a lot bigger than what a lot of people historically think work out here on Lake St. Clair. They're normally the Erie and Saginaw sizes. So if you're an Erie guy, you're a Saginaw guy, you already have the tackle to come on down to Lake St. Clair and fish for walleye. The Husky Jerk, lots of custom colors, good solid staple bait, always runs really good right out of the package. Now in these top 5 videos, I love to give you guys a bonus lure to check out. And I asked Rob, I go, if there is a 6th lure out there that you think everybody should know about, what is it? And he told me it's a Reef Runner Deep Little Ripper. The Deep Little Ripper has been around for a long time. As long as I can remember, probably 90s, sometime in there it came out. Really, really good bait. Guys will custom paint it. They offer it in clear, I believe, now. So custom paintings become a lot easier with it. The thing with Reef Runners are you do need to tune just about every single one of them out of the package. So you do need to do that. So put them down the side of the boat, tune them a little bit before you put them out behind the boards. But once you get them in tune, they do catch a lot of fish. And Reef Runners are made to kind of be that search bait where it doesn't run like a Rapala nice and tight. It does kind of search back behind that board. It's what it's supposed to do. And that's true for all Reef Runners. But the Deep Little Ripper is his bonus lure for you guys for trolling walleye out here on Lake St. Clair. What do you think of the list? Let me know down in the comments. Are these your top 5 trolling lures for walleye here on Lake St. Clair as well? Or do you have some other ones that you really rely on out here on Lake St. Clair? Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, be sure you click that red subscribe button and ding the notification bell so you get notified every time I post a video. And as always, guys, tight lines, happy casting, and we'll see you in the next video.
If you decide to drop your buckets where you are and develop your gifts, I grant you, you'll never ever be without. I grant you that your gifts